George Washington grew them in his backyard. They're commonly mixed up with another starchy tuber. They're a Thanksgiving staple that should be eaten all year round. But instead of gaining popularity, this week's superfood is being pushed to the sidelines. It's a sweet potato. In 1943, Americans ate an average of 21.5 pounds a year. Today, we're down to 4.5 pounds per year. Sure, it makes great French fries, and it's delicious topped with marshmallows. But what else can the humble sweet potato do for you? Turns out, a lot. Today, we're going to teach you why eating sweet potatoes will improve your brain and body health. Even better, we're going to show you how to make them taste delicious without all the butter and sugar. Sweet potatoes, like so many other foods, are a New World crop, meaning they grew in the Americas long before Columbus got here. In fact, there's evidence that sweet potatoes have been cultivated in Central and South America since 750 BC. Sweet potatoes became popular in Europe soon after Columbus brought them back across the pond on one of his many voyages. Because they could grow well in a variety of climates and soil types, they quickly worked their way into day-to-day French and Italian cuisine. While the terms sweet potato and yam are commonly interchanged, chances are, unless you've spent time in a Caribbean or African market, you're getting sweet potatoes. Common yam varieties like the garnet and jewel are actually sweet potatoes cleverly disguised. So what is a sweet potato and why should you be eating it? You've probably heard that sweet potatoes are bad for you. They're all starch, and Harvard put them at the top of their unhealthy foods list. Good news. Sweet potatoes are not potatoes. They're actually a member of the morning glory family. That means they're closer to roadside shrubs, water spinach, and LSD than they are to an actual potato. Sweet potatoes are a good source of complex carbohydrates. That's right, not all carbs are bad. In fact, complex carbs have solid health benefits. For one, they're the best source of fuel for your body. There's a good reason that endurance athletes carbo-load before races. Complex carbohydrates, like the ones that come from sweet potatoes and whole grains, are digested more slowly than simple carbs, so they'll keep you fuller longer. The Harvard School of Public Health, yes, that Harvard, also states that eating certain carbs, like those found in sweet potatoes, actually help decrease your risk for diabetes and heart disease. They're extremely rich in vitamin A. Just 100 grams of sweet potatoes has a whopping 284% of vitamin A that you need for a day. A Harvard University study states that people who ate diets rich in natural vitamin A had better vision than those who did not, especially at night. Vitamin A also helps promote bone and blood vessel health. Like many other orange-colored veggies, sweet potatoes have beta-carotene, an antioxidant found in vitamin A. An American Journal of Clinical Nutrition study found that children who took beta-carotene supplements over a 12-month period had significantly better liver function than those who went without. As if keeping you full and functioning isn't enough, sweet potatoes pack one more super punch. They actually help with your brain function. That 100-gram serving of sweet potatoes has 50% of the manganese you'll need in a day. But what is manganese? And what can it do for you? Manganese is a trace element, and small amounts of it are necessary for brain function and wound healing. Adults who get enough manganese are less prone to mood swings than those who don't. Plus, women who consume enough manganese are less likely to experience emotional symptoms of PMS. So let's compare sweet potatoes to their obvious counterpart, the common potato. In a serving of 100 grams, sweet potatoes contain 1 milligram of manganese, while a same-size serving of common potatoes contains only 0.2 milligrams, just a fifth of its sweeter counterpart. In the same serving size, sweet potatoes contain over 19,000 IUs of vitamin A, while your regular spud has just 10 IUs. The level of carbohydrates is relatively equal, with common potatoes being on the slightly starchier side. Finally, the vitamin C count in sweet potatoes is almost 20 milligrams, while the common tuber is less than half of that. As you see, carb for carb, sweet potatoes are way more nutrient-packed than the average potato. Plus, they're pretty delicious. Sweet potatoes come in bright orange and lighter yellow. When choosing between colors, it just depends on what you're doing with them. The lighter color sweet potatoes tend to be denser and smoother, but less sweet than the darker orange ones. When picking sweet potatoes, look for potatoes that are small to medium in size. The bigger potatoes are fine, they're just less flavorful than the little guys. Look for sweet potatoes that have no bruises or soft spots and have smooth skin with very few nicks or eyes. You can pretty much substitute sweet potatoes for regular potatoes in any recipe. That's part of the reason they're such a great superfood. Just remember to cook them in their skin. They hold on to more nutrients that way.